I'm Sam from I Love Jeans, and I'm going to start now. Thank you very much for joining me today on a Sunday. I know it's probably quite a hard day to come and join. But I thought I'd put this on top tips to denim perfection, because a lot of women find buying jeans really hard. And I'm just going to tell you a bit about myself. I'm a fashion stylist. I specialize in denim, and I have done since 2006. And I have a long history of working in the fashion industry for about 30 years. And I've worked in many different parts of the fashion industry. I started off my career in the markets, actually, selling fashion, and then in buying, and then in retail, and also styling. I had a very long styling career, freelance styling career for over 20 years. And then when I decided to have children, I decided to start ilovejeans.com. I'm going to start sharing my screen with you now. So I Love Jeans started in 2006, and the reason I started was because I was finding that a lot of the women that I was styling just were really finding it hard to get a decent pair of jeans, and they were a bit freaked out about these ladies on my screen. Because can you remember those really low rises? It was awful, terrible, and for normal women, we couldn't possibly wear something like this. And then there was a big influx of premium denim into the UK from LA, and it sort of poured into all the retailers, and no one really knew how to wear it. So I quit my day job, and I created an online portal helping women to buy jeans for their body shape, because it's all about the body shape at the end of the day, pretty much. So, and that's what I've been doing for the past 14, 15 years. I'm not actually selling jeans now. I'm now recommending jeans, and I'm writing a blog. That's ilovejeans.com. And everything that I'm going to show you today is actually on the blog, and it's all my experience over 15 years of writing the blog, or actually 30 years of being a fashion stylist, denim stylist, is all sort of poured into my blog. Okay, so today we're going to do top tips to denim perfection. So we're going to learn how to measure your rise, what's your body shape, which leg shape versus your body shape, and which size should I wear. They're all sort of conundrums when you're buying jeans. It's really hard to actually pinpoint these things, but today I'm going to try and pinpoint it so you can have a better idea of what to take away with you, and then you can actually use it on your own jeans in your wardrobe and going forward when you buy jeans in store or online. Okay, how to measure your jeans. We all have a unique rise measurement. I call it a URM, and the key to successful jean shopping is knowing that magic number. You'll need to be wearing your jeans for this and have a tape measure handy. If you don't worry. You can do this again after the webinar. And this will be recorded, or is being recorded, so you will be able to watch it again. Okay, knowing your unique rise measurement is the key to solving your denim dilemma. Okay, so if you wear a lower rise than what you actually need, you're going to get a muffin top, possibly. If you haven't got a washboard stomach, some of you may not. So I definitely don't. So I'm just going to show you exactly now how to measure your rise. Hello, everybody. Right. This is where I end up showing you my tummy. So please don't get offended. Okay, and if you want to join in with me, feel free. Okay, so I've got my tape measure. So what you need to do is you need to find the crotch seam in your jean. So, and make sure when you're doing this, you pull your jeans up really tight up here so it's flat. Okay, You get your tape measure, and the crotch seam is in between the leg seam up to the crotch, and then it goes back down. So you get your tape measure and you pull it tight onto your jean. Get your thumb, stick your thumb in your belly button, okay? And that is your unique rise. Mine is 10.5, okay? I tend not to, this is a real personal thing, I tend not to wear my jeans completely up to my belly button because I'm quite short-waisted. I'm an apple shape and I'm short-waisted, and I don't particularly like that. That's the way that it feels when it's up so high. So I wear mine like 2 fingers, let's say 2 fingers is an inch, two fingers under my belly button. And I find that this rise is actually really comfortable for me. It's a complete personal thing. You just need to find the rise that's good for you. You need to find that way of having your rise. So once you know your rise, you won't get all this hanging over the top. It's actually a bit of a game changer when you're actually looking for jeans. And you can go into your wardrobe, lay all your jeans down and measure them, and then you can see, really gives you an idea of why they don't work, and what you could be looking at next when you're shopping. Okay, so this lady here, she's got a low pair of jeans on. So the highest rise is up to your belly button. You have to find your comfortable rise and your lowest rise. So I'm a 10.5 inch. So that would be that's my unique rise. So that's up to my belly button. I choose to wear a jean around about a 10 inch. I could wear a jean about a 9.5 inch. I wouldn't go lower than that because it would be really, it just would be uncomfortable for me, and I wouldn't feel comfortable in it. So that's why I'm saying that you really need to find your own rise, and think of your belly button being the highest, and then sort of work your way down. Some women like to wear their jeans actually higher than their belly button, and that's fine. If you've got a long body, you've got a long torso, that might look good. But I would suggest you put your jeans on in the mirror and play around with your tops and see whether it works in proportion if you've really got a very high rise. Another reason for knowing your rise measurement is when you're actually shopping online. A lot of retailers give in the descriptions, they give the front rise measurement. I've taken this from a website, and you can see it's given a front rise measurement of 12.125. So I would know that jean for me wouldn't work because it would just be too high. So this is a really good way to be able to do that. Some websites, retailers, they don't do that. They don't have this, but you can always email them and ask them. Okay. I just want to show you a quick little hack that you might like to use when you're shopping next. So this is a jean, one of my pairs of jeans, and when you're going shopping, if you take your tape measure, or if you actually cut a bit of ribbon or a string and take it with you, if you cut it to your rise measurement, then you always will have that sort of knowledge of when you start shopping and measuring crotch seams, whether that's going to work for you. It's just a really handy, easy way to do. And then you just know that when you do this, if it's going to be too short or too long, you just don't bother taking them into the changing room. Because when we're buying jeans, we end up taking too much stuff into the changing room. And this is just a way of not getting hot and sweaty when you actually go in. Another way of actually trying a pair of jeans to see whether they're going to fit your size, sounds crazy, is actually grab the belt loops, stick it behind your neck, and wear it a bit like a cape. And if it comes to the middle, I don't know if you can see, if it comes to the middle here and touches, then that's going to be a good size for you. You can try this at home with all your jeans and see whether it works. Actually, I put on a bit of weight, and these ones don't exactly touch, and these ones are a bit tight for me on the waist, I have to say. So try them, because it really, try it on your jeans. It actually really works. And I know you might look a bit crazy walking around shops doing that, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, measurements needed for jeans. What do we need? Sometimes it's confusing. The sizing, all the sizes are different, and I would say forget the size. It's really about your waist and hips measurement. So you want to measure the smallest part of your waist, okay, and that's the bit where you bend it, when you bend over to the side. That's the bit that's when you bend. That's the smallest part of your waist. If you're like me and you're more of an apple, you have to sort of like guess it a bit, because I hold more weight on my stomach, so on my tummy, so I don't have a defined waist. But definitely women that are more curvy will have a really defined waist. And the widest part of the hips, yeah, that's another one that's really important to do. So smallest part of the waist, the widest part of the hips, and then the leg length is very important as well, from the crotch all the way down to the ankle, because you don't want to buy a pair of jeans and them be ridiculously long, because if you have to have them tailored, you might end up losing some of the shape of the leg. There's a lot of crop jeans out at the moment, which are great for petite ladies. So it's really worth looking at those, but knowing your leg length. And you can do this by laying down one of your really good pairs of jeans that you really like, and measure from the crotch seam all the way down to the hem, and that will give you your best measurement. Okay, so I've taken it from Boden, and it will not often do retailers give you the measurements in size of the jeans that you're looking at, but Boden do actually, and it's a really good one. So inside leg, it gives you, depending on what size you are, it gives you the inside leg measurements. That's your leg length measurement. For your waist circumference, that's what you've just taken your measurements of, and obviously it goes up in the sizing. Your hip circumference, again, that's another one of your measurements. Back rise, yeah, back rise is quite important, but I wouldn't necessarily measure it, because it's always going to be higher than the front rise. The front rise, you can see as you're going up to sizes, your front rise will go up. So what you may think is, it may say a mid-rise in the description online, and there might be a girl who's a size 10 wearing it. That's not going to be necessary for you if you're a size 14 or a size 16 or a size 18. It's going to go up. So, and then leg hem circumference. Now, you would really probably only measure this if you wanted to see whether it's going to be probably too tight for you, if you don't want it too skinny, or if it's a flared leg and you want to see whether it's going to be too flaring for you. Okay, what's your body shape? So knowing your body shape is key as well. All these elements are really important when shopping for jeans. So knowing your body shape is definitely important. These ladies are my, I've created them because I wanted to identify the different body shape. So from right to left, we've got our plus size lady, and then next to her, we've got our curvy lady, and then we've got our petite curve, and then we've got our long and leggy, our tall lady, and the blonde lady, she's apple. She's based on a very slim version of myself. And then on the end, we've got a very petite lady. Okay, and please remember, I don't think that all women are like this. We're all variations of all of these different body shapes. It's just really to identify a certain body shape. So on ilovejeans.com, I have a quiz, and I created this quiz because I wanted to be able to understand and direct women to the best jeans for their shape. So it's all about identifying your body shape. So on the quiz, it will give you this screen, and you click into the screen, whether you're a short, whether you're 30-inch inseam is too long for me, you're an average, you're a long and leggy. Okay. All this is collecting information, and then it will give you your body shape at the end. My thighs are lean, athletic, curvy, full of figure. And this is a good way of knowing whether you should be wearing jeans with stretch. If you're a fuller figure, if you're curvy and you're athletic, yes, you would need to wear jeans with some sort of stretch in there. And then another one, my bottom is, this is an important one, again, about the stretching and the type of material that you need. If you're lucky enough to have a curvaceous Beyonce bottom, or if you're as flat as a pancake, it's an important way to, it's all elements that are important when you're actually looking for jeans. You can actually do the quiz on ilovejeans.com. It pops up and you can take it, and it will direct you to jeans for your body shape. Okay, next one. Which leg shape versus body shape? So we now know what rise we are. We now know what body shape we are. And we now are looking at which leg shape is going to suit us. Okay. So I've done this little infographic. This is on my website as well, if you need to check it out. So let's look at apple. So I know I'm an apple. I can wear a crop slim. A crop slim could be a girlfriend jean as well. I've just picked out different shapes. It might not be the name of the jeans that you like, but there's sort of similar sorts of shapes out there. And then the crop flare. I wear a lot of crop flares. I'm wearing one at the moment. And a flare, yeah, I quite like a flare, but I have to be careful because of being an apple. My legs are my best asset, so I don't necessarily want to hide those. And then obviously a skinny is really great for me, and a boot cut. I often wear boot cuts. So the different body shapes have different, you can wear different styles. Having said that, everyone can wear pretty much every style. It's just a matter of limiting whether it's too flary or whether it's too skinny, depending on your body shape. So plus size, I've just put this here to give you a bit of understanding of what styles you could wear. So plus size and curvy plus size. So skinny jeans, yes, you can definitely wear skinny jeans if you're plus size, and definitely if you're curvy, but make sure the rise is high, and you don't have to go skin tight skinny. You can just go slim. There's all elements. There's so many jeans out there that you don't have to, you can sort of widen the margins. Flare jeans are great as well, especially for curvy, really good for balancing out curves. Wide leg crop, another one. It's a really good one, especially for the spring summer at the moment. And the balloon leg is coming back. Or the barrel leg. It's quite an 80s look, high rise with a bit more room on the hips. Great for curvy girls. And then it tapers in on the leg. Petite, curvy petites and petites. You need to keep most of all the elements quite small. So crop boot cuts, don't go too flary. Slit flare, make sure that the leg length is good. You don't want to have too much length because it will just make you look even shorter. A slim straight is a universal style pretty much. And a skinny at the end. Anything with a stripe down the side, a tuxedo stripe, is actually going to elongate your leg and make you look taller. And we all want that, don't we? Apple shape. So that's me. I'm an apple shape. Anything on the bottom, on the crop hem, any detail will bring your eye down and make your legs look longer, and make it gives it an optical illusion of people will just look at that bit. So you would then look at your legs, and for an apple, that's your that's your best bit basically, is the leg. Wide leg crop, again, that's not bad for an apple. Don't go too high on the rise. You just need to make sure that you keep that in proportion to your unique rise measurement. Skinny is obviously our best one because it shows our legs off better. And a slit flare, that's a really nice one. I've got a pair of jeans like that, and I like wearing them with strappy shoes and boots in the winter. Tall ladies, yeah, tall ladies, yeah, you know, you actually find it hard, I know, to find anything above a 34-inch leg, but there are retailers out there, and there are styles out there. If it's not just a tall retailer, but there are some styles in various different brands and designers that do really long legs. It's just a matter of, it's a bit of like a needle in a haystack. So make sure if you're wearing shoes, make sure your leg length is long enough for those shoes that you're wearing. You know, don't think that you, just because you're tall, you shouldn't be wearing heels, because that's not the case. So a boot cut, obviously, that's a really good one because it balances out. And if you are a tall, long and leggy and you haven't got many curves, that will give you the curves of the boot cut. The skinny flare is a gorgeous shape. It really is. It's quite a sexy jean, and you can dress it up or dress it down. The vintage skinny is quite, there's a lot of it around at the moment with the exposed buttons, something that I like, and something you can get in for most body shapes as well. And then you've got the wide leg, which is really nice to wear with trainers. And I've been getting this question quite a lot about girlfriend, boyfriend and mum jeans. What are the differences? So the girlfriend, well, let's start with the boyfriend. The boyfriend came first. Think about putting on your husband's or your partner's pair of jeans. So they're going to be bigger, and you put them on and you can belt them in, pull them in with a belt. So that was the original sort of shape of the boyfriend. Actually, Marilyn Monroe wore it in the Misfits in the 1960s, and she sort of made it popular for women to wear jeans. But since then, when it came back in the 90s, women wanted something a bit slimmer. So obviously the denim industry saw a hole in the market and created the girlfriend jean, which is actually a bit of a slightly higher rise, whereas the boyfriend is a bit more of a lower rise jean, and it's slimmer on the leg. So you get to see your leg shape a bit more, but it's still baggy. It's still quite a relaxed style. That's why I've put it. The apple and petite is good for girlfriend. Curvy and plus size are good for boyfriend. And curvy and tall is the mum jean. Now, the mum jean was created in the 80s when a lot of young kids were wearing the skinny jeans that I sort of showed you with the low rise, and it was supposed to be for middle-aged women. And since then, well, since the Gen Z kids on TikTok have decided to abandon skinny jeans, they've taken to the mum jean. Now, the mum jean is actually a really good style if you're curvy. It's got a high rise and it's a bit baggier on the hips, and then it tapers in. So, and lots of teenagers, my daughter as well, are wearing mum jeans. So there is something there for everybody. It's just a matter of really sort of finding it and trying it and really experimenting. Okay. Which size? Okay, sizing is a bit of a conundrum. I know it is. But if you would have taken your measurements earlier, your rise, your hips and your waist measurements, it won't be too difficult because you would know that. And then you'll be able to go on to the retailer's size chart and be able to pinpoint a bit of your sizing. But each retailer and each denim brand all work to a different sizing ratio. So you might be a 26 in one American brand, or you might be a size 10 in a UK brand, and it's really hard to cross over. So it gets me each time as well, and I wonder whether I'm, this size or that size. If you're buying online, the best thing to do is to do exactly what you would do if you were shopping in a shop. Take two sizes. So if you're a 10, take an 8 and get a 10, or if you're a 14, take a 12 and take a 14, and then try it. And it's the same if you're buying online. Always buy two sizes to see, because once you get one size and you're like, I wonder what the other size would have been, you know, you're actually saving a lot of time. It's a pain, I know it is, to actually purchase 2 pairs and send one back, but it's really, really worth it. And also a lot of fabric stretches. So when you're actually putting them on, if you've got them at home, put them on and sit in them. It's really important to sit in your jeans, see if they're comfortable. And I would say keep them on for about 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes. Go and make yourself a cup of tea and see what happens. Because as your body warms up, the as your body warms up, the denim stretches. So what might have fitted you or might felt tight when you put them on, in 10 minutes time, they could really relax. And it happened to me recently where I bought a pair of jeans and I thought, yeah, that would do, got them tailored. And then when I put them on, they were too big because they just relaxed far too much when I was wearing them, and I was forever pulling them up. But I'd already had them tailored, and I'm stuck with them now, really. And I'm always wondering what the smaller size would have been like. So, figure fixing jeans. When I started in 2006, figure fixing jeans were big on my radar, and they still are, because I believe that jeans should really work for you. You can be fashionable, that's fine, but you need to be comfortable in your jeans. And if you're looking for a jean to make you look fantastic, then a figure fixing jean is the one. So this light blue one in the left hand corner, it's got a tummy tuck effect. It pulls your tummy in. It's got a double button and a wide waistband, which actually looks great on most body shapes, even apple shapes, and actually even curvy shapes. The yoke at the back is actually an important style feature, and you can see in this dark blue jean, it actually has got like a sweetheart, goes into a heart. And if you ever see that, or if you have a pair of jeans at home with that, you'll notice that those jeans are the ones that are going to make your bottom look really peachy. So as an apple body shape, well, I have a very flat bottom, so I try to always get a pair of jeans with that sort of sweetheart shape, because I know that it will make my bottom look a bit more pert. So wear, stretch, wash, repeat. Okay, it's really important to check out the fabric content of the label of the jean, and it will tell you the percentage and the mix of the fabric. Okay, this lady here on the right, those jeans are from Good American, which is an American brand for curvy women. It's an inclusive brand. It starts at size 2 and goes all the way up to plus size 24. It's an amazing brand for plus size, petite, and for curvy women. It really is. Now these jeans are 93% cotton, 5% polyester, and 2% elastane. So we know that elastane is the stretch in a jean. Polyester is actually the snapback, the bounce back. Sometimes you might be able to go down a size because of this, because the elastane will obviously stretch, and the polyester might allow you to go down the size. But you would need to try that on, and the only way you could really do that is if you have the 2 sizes, or if you're in store and you can try those on at the time. If it's polyester, it does give you a good idea that you could go down a size. These days, Tencel is like a trademark for lyocell, and lyocell is a natural product that's made of the pulp of a eucalyptus tree, and that is being woven into jeans at the moment, because denim brands are becoming more sustainable. They've had a bad rap over the years for using too much water on the cotton, so they're really trying to be more sustainable. Now these jeans, they may be a bit more pricey, but it's definitely worth investing into jeans that are more sustainable, for the obvious reasons, but also they will last longer, and that's the thing. Recycled cotton or rPET is recycled polyester is another way of being sustainable, and brands such as high street brands such as H&M and Zara are all doing this. They have a Join Life label where you can see their sustainable denim brands and sustainable clothes. So everyone's working towards being more sustainable, and we're all working towards having not buying too much stuff and having better stuff. I think that's really important. 100% cotton is and organic cotton is the most sustainable way to go, really. And 100% cotton stretches naturally. You could go down a size if this is the case, but when you wash it, it will get smaller back to its original size. So you'll need to gauge that. Okay, so I feel like I've been talking for ages now. So if that all sounds great, and you're going to go off and you're going to start measuring your jeans in your wardrobe, and you know exactly what to do, then I've done my job, and that's really brilliant. And hopefully you've got some ideas to take away. But if you don't and you need a bit more help, then I do a one-to-one jeans fit on Zoom, and it's actually working really well. You can read the reviews on Trustpilot, and it's available for everyone in all different countries. The price is £50, and on ilovejeans.com, if you hit Denim Stylist, you'll be able to click into that and read all about it. And that is it. Thank you very much for being with me today on a Sunday. Thank you. And please email me, Sam at ilovejeans, if you need any questions answered. Really happy to do that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.